we're right at the snow line where it looks like it's starting to get deep. So we're back out on the wash, and we're just gonna have some coffee and tea. And we decided to have some lunch a little bit early. We had breakfast, but we didn't have a very big breakfast. So we've got our I guess mid morning snack, brunch. We'll call it brunch. Brunch. We had breakfast. Now we're having brunch. So we have a chicken fajita bowl, and Bruce very thoughtfully brought along some tortillas.
But unthoughtfully, I forgot the cheese.
You forgot cheese, some shredded cheese or cheese sticks or something. So, but that's okay. That'll be really good in that. We've had those before.
Only get a C for effort.
I think you get an A. So we're getting the water ready for our tea and coffee now. And as you can see, we have like an awesome view behind us. So let's seriously discuss what our options are. We can just go back to the truck. That gives us a 4.5 mile hike. Not very long, but at least it got us out today.
We can lie and said it was 12.
We can continue on the Tootle Trail.
That goes to that pretty big wash.
Yeah, there's a pretty big wash there. There used to be a bridge there, but got all washed out. I guess we could go up and do that. Which is kind of over towards the Butte Camp area. We could go back down. We could just go over. It's a 1/2 mile once we get by the trailhead, a 1/2 mile into Blue Lake, and just take some pictures of that and get some more pictures of the mountain from there. Because God knows we don't have more than like 200, 300, 400 pictures of that mountain from that lake.
I don't think you can see it that good from there, can you?
Before you get to the lake, where you've got all the dead trees.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
Not as good as this spot right here, but good for people coming from the parking lot.
Yeah, because it's only 1/2 mile. So we could do that.
You can see if the bridge is there to the back side of Goat Marsh.
Yeah.
And just wander down the road for a while.
Yeah, we could do that. Of course, we know if we wander down that road, we're going to end up going to the backside of Goat Marsh. That's just kind of a given.
That is kind of a given.
What other options did we have? What was
second brunch at Cougar Bar and Grill?
We already had one breakfast. Got some breakfast sandwiches at home.
Dessert?
We'll take a fruit snack.
That energy up on these long 2-mile hikes.
Yeah. Well, we could also go the other. Let's go for the first intersection. Was that the Tootle?
Go down the Blue Horse Trail.
Blue Horse Trail?
Climb a ski trail and walk the road back up.
Yeah. That's not very fun. Walking the road.
Well, we could duck into the timber and cruise on it.
We could drive down to Goat Marsh and go back into it. I would imagine most of that snow's all melted by now. But maybe not. There was some pretty good sized drifts.
There's some pretty big snow drifts in there.
I think this is going to be one of those days when we get to the intersection. We're going to figure it out.
Or not.
Or not.
Go home and do yard work before the rain.
I need to mop, but that just does not sound like fun.
Out here it's a lot nicer.
It is. Tomorrow we've got a couple of the grandkids coming over. Our one grandson has a field trip, so his mom's going on that. So we're watching the two younger ones.
Full day right there.
Yep, full day. So what was your worst hike ever? Not just pieces of it, but my worst hike ever, I think, was that one that we came out of Goat Marsh. And I had shorts and a tank top on, and I was sweating, and there were like all of these murder hornets, or I don't know what they were.
Black flies.
Yeah. No, but they were those big buzzy, they look more like a hornet or something. They don't seem to sting anybody, but yeah, they're not. Yeah, and I could not get rid of those. And I didn't have a head net, and yeah, it was bad.
Probably my worst ones when I about killed you on Smith Creek.
Yeah. We didn't about kill me. Just a chunk of the little piece of the trail gave way, and I could have went down. It could have ended up not bad. We could have been testing the Garmin and life flight response.
That was probably my worst one.
Oh,
because I about dropped you.
So we were on the PCT one time too. This would be another not so great one. On the PCT and up by Mount Adams, and we were hiking. Was it Killing Creek up to Killing Creek Trail, or what was it? What was it? Some camp.
Riley Camp.
Riley Camp Trail. Yeah. And the mosquitoes were just so beyond thick. You just could not get rid of the mosquitoes. You would just walk, and they were everywhere. And that was the week I came home, ordered mosquito suits. Got my yes. Got a ghillie suit that was basically a mosquito netting pants, mosquito net jacket, and gloves, and of course I had my mosquito net, but it had one that went over over the top of your head and zipped up. And you know what? We went up.
The envy of the trail.
Envy of the trail, but I do have to say it was hot and sweaty in that. I feel like if you're going to wear one of those, you have to just wear a tank top and a pair of shorts or something underneath it, because it was
naked underneath.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting look. Yeah, so bugs seem to have, I'm noticing a trend of a ton of bugs.
Ruined your hike?
Yes.
Good thing you didn't go up to Adams with me that time to put them trail cameras up, because they were so thick it was almost made you panic. I don't know. I guess the worst one would be when I was with James hunting, though, even though it wasn't hiking with you. And I walked right over that ground hornet's nest.
We walked over a ground hornet's nest kind of up by Marble Mountain a couple years ago. Yeah. But
we did it on East Crater Trail, too. It was right along the trail, and then again down by the lake.
Not a single sting. We just ran. Oh, we got that one up in Indian Heaven, back by Elk Lake, too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We walked right over it.
Yep. That was
Ground hornets are really, really bad in the Adams area.
During the late summer, early fall. I don't think I need to finish my tea up here. We'll get going down the trail. We still haven't really made a decision exactly what we're going to do.
And we might not.
We may just head down the trail. We could actually go clear down this wash and end up at Blue Lake, but
I don't know. See where the trees are, though?
Yeah.
It might get real thick, but then again.
Well, don't you think we would eventually run into that one trail with the big gigantic trees blowdowns?
It's on the other side. If we stayed in the wash, we're gonna curve and head down.
Yeah.
Kind of towards Cinnamon Peak.
Yeah. But this is where the wash comes from. That's down there.
Yeah. No, it is. But
whether or not you could make it from here to there, but it just would not be easy walking. So, but I have a feeling if you think about it, we go around this hill and we come down.
But we're on the back side of that hill.
Yes, yes. And and that does end up going into this wash down there. So I really think you could get there from here, as long as you don't end up with too big of a canyon from some of the water or something. I really think you could.
All right.
But
I'm good.
it's just, this is not easy walking. This is hard walking. And it's not even scenic. Well, except if we look behind us at the mountain.
You don't know if it's scenic. We've never been down it.
No, we have not. That is true. That's a good thing about having Onyx and Garmin and all of those, because we can see. And even if we did take somewhere, we can look at satellite maps, you know. So if we got down there, okay, how could we maneuver our way down to the lake or get back over to the trail? It just really makes it awesome for off-trail adventures, excursions.
Monitoring your way through shitholes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Well, we can just sit here the rest of the day.
Yeah, that is, you know, that's not bad. Nice clouds, got a nice breeze. Got tea, we got stuff for lunch. Got plenty to drink. We got a creek over there if we need to filter more water. I do have a little portable ready hour tent.
Emergency sleeping bag.
Yeah, got emergency sleeping bag. We'll just take a nap here.
Build a fire.
Yeah. It's not a bad thought. We never stay places very long when we're out hiking. Why we would choose to stay in the middle of a place that we really don't like is beyond me, but yeah.
Got to do it first sometime.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of cold to be in a place that was shaded today.
Well, when we started coming back down that trail,
That was cold.
A little brisk.
Yeah. The clouds were kind of blocking the sun. And it just got cold on the way down. Once we get back in those pine trees, though, that'll warm us up. Something about going through the pine tree forest around here, you just end up, even in the winter.
Uphill.
I know. Yeah. Well, this will be downhill, but you just end up, I don't know, even that one over by Kalama Falls. It's just always hot and dry and dusty, and just, even in the winter time, it just feels like that. Maybe the pine trees just suck all the moisture out of the air or something. I don't know. But that pine tree over there has a lot of fir cones on it. Pine cones on it. Fir cones.
Pine tree that has
fir cones. It's like
There's some messing around going on there.
It's like think about how many people say that the Douglas fir trees have pine cones. They're not. They're fir cones.
I know.
Or are they pine cones?
Again?
Too.
What else do they got to do up here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See what happens when we don't have a trail to hike on, something to keep us busy.
Sit here and think of weird shit.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of digging this, except
for the wash.
Yeah, I do think too, if we sit here much longer, we need to put some sunscreen on, though.
I ain't turning my hat around backwards.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got a horrible blistering sunburn on his nose and face and forehead. Yeah, he never turns his hat backwards.
Perfectly good a hat.
We're up
what
on the.
I do? Turn it around.
We're up on South Coldwater Ridge, over where there's no shade, on the blast zone side. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I think our grouse finally shut up. Maybe he found a girlfriend.
Probably talk somebody into it, huh?
Yeah, we've been hearing him for about an hour. Sometimes if you sit here with binoculars, you can look up on the ridge over here, and that you'll see hikers going up that are climbing up the mountain. Yeah.
Somebody's up there.
Oh, I'm sure there are people up there. There's people up there every day. They're still using the winter route, but the winter route,
I think more goes on the other side of
yeah, yeah. But we were thinking that maybe at some point they join. We've never walked up there.
I have no inclination to.
Yeah, I do. There's a part of me that would like to walk up there.
What, Coop did it in 8 hours?
Yeah, our son did it. He did that, and he did Mount Adams, just like little day trips,
He
just
did Adams in like 10 or something.
yeah. And he snowboarded down. Did he he snowboarded down this one?
Down this.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's a little bit younger than us.